YouTube? It's me, your host Tim, aka the Comic Thug. Once again, bringing another comic review. This time it's for Secret Wars X-Men 92, issue number 2. Jump straight to the comic with this. We open up and we see Wolverine dressed in his Weapon X, attire, and he's fighting Omega Red and Lady Deathstrike. Basically, his former teammates in that little Weapon X project thing. But then, like, in the midst of it, we see like them snatching off their faces and their uniforms, and they wind up being a whole bunch of Wolverines fighting this Wolverine. And then we see Cassandra Nova. She's basically watching. She's doing an experiment, and it's like Wolverine keep on fighting all these different Wolverines. And she's basically like, this is part of the treatment. The treatment is basically like she's trying to convince him that he doesn't have to fight or something like that. They doing something, and she picks him up by his neck because he tried to attack her, and she tells him to release your claws, and when he does, like roses comes out, and he like gets real like mushy eyes and everything, and all the other Wolverines come and hug him, and he says, "You're not trying to kill me," and they say no, and like he starts crying actually, and he hugs them, and it says BSP approved. That's basically the treatment they're doing. So she basically like converted him or something like that. So then she goes on to in the midst of that we see Jubilee playing some video games. Cause remember she didn't go into the treatment because she was a kid. We see like this little pink monster ghost thing comes out of the video game, and Jubilee starts to follow it. So then we go to Cassandra Nova. Now she's in a cell with Storm, and she's basically showing Storm her past and how she started from a child into the person she is, and how she should be the leader of the X-Men, how she's living in Cyclops' shadow, stuff like that. Then Storm realized that it's the Shadow King that's that's behind all of this, and he locks her into like this little cube or whatever, like this little energy cube, and she breaks out of it, but Cassandra Nova basically like knocks her down into like this vortex or something like that, like with an umbrella, like knocks her down, and it says BSP rejected. So basically, she failed the treatment. So meanwhile, Jubilee's still following a little ghost, that little spirit thing, and she comes into this room with all these mutants, and yeah. And yeah, she just finds this room with all these mutants. Meanwhile, we go back and we see Gambit and Rogue, and they're like on this date, and Gambit wants to kiss Rogue, but if Rogue touches somebody, she absorbs their power and everything like that. Then we just get into this backstory about Rogue and how she touched her first boyfriend and put him in a coma, and how she joined the Brotherhood of Mutants. Then how she took Miss Marvel powers, and then how she met the X-Men. Just roll down. So Gambit basically convinces her that he loves her and she loves him, and right before they kiss, Cassandra Nova pops up out of nowhere and says that they shouldn't be doing this, something like that, because they're supposed to be setting an example for like mutant kids around, so it can't be about sex and all this crazy shit. So a big battle breaks out, and she basically defeats both of them, and she converts them too. So BSP approved. They show that stamp again, so she converts them. Then we see a little small page, or one page where we see Beast locked in the cage, and even though she knows that she can reverse him, she rejects him. BSP rejected because they said that children, so mutant kids, gotta look up to like somebody they can relate to, not a furry beast. So her guards throw Beast into like this room where it's Jubilee and these other mutants, and they find out that's where the rejected mutants are, where they have Cassandra has them like tearing apart like old symbols and stuff like that. That's why they send rejects. So the comic ends basically with X-Force, Archangel, Psylocke, Cable, Bishop, Deadpool, and Domino showing up at the X Mansion to look for Professor X, and it ends with them finding Professor X dead on the ground. Also, it says Professor X is dead on the ground. That's basically a comic ends. Wasn't a bad comic. Wasn't a bad comic at all. Especially if you like the old school X-Men feel to it. This is exactly what you need. it just kind of caught me off guard because it was so many little mini stories, not mini stories, but like their own little, she was doing experiments on each X-Men, so they was on in their own little world. So that kind of caught me off guard. But other than that, it wasn't a bad book. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That was my review for Secret Wars Marvel X-Men '92. Um, Let me know in the comments below if you picked up this book. And if you did, let me know if you liked it or disliked it and why. Leave your positive and negative comments below. Like, subscribe, share. Follow my Twitter, my Instagram, which is in the description below. And as always, from me, your host, Tim, aka Comic Thug. Have a nice day.